Is Kenya's economy really recovering under President William Ruto, or are we still just surviving? Let's break down the truth behind the numbers, what they say, and what ordinary Kenyan actually feel. You know, Kenya's economy has been one of Africa's most talked about economies in 2025. On paper, the number look promising. The government says the country is growing again. Inflation slightly dropped and foreign investors are slowly returning. But when you step away from the official reports and listen to everyday Kenyans, a different story emerges. The cost of living is still high, fuel prices remain unpredictable, and the shilling's weekends continue to push import prices up. You know, President Ruto came into power with a bold promise, a very bold promise, to rebuild Kenya's economy from the bottom up. It was meant to give power to the hustler, the ordinary citizen working hard every day to survive. But after more than 2 years in office, the big question is whether the dream has reached the people it was meant for. Many Kenyans still say that their lives haven't improved. Food prices, electricity bills, and transport costs are still beating deep. As much as the government reports mention stabilization, most families feel the pressure hasn't really lifted. Let's talk about that. Kenya's public debt remains a heavy weight. Billions are being paid every month to service loans borrowed in previous years. You know, especially from big infrastructure projects like the SGR. To manage this, Ruto's team has been trying to restructure repayments and cut new borrowing. But that is a tough game. You can't grow fast without money, yet borrowing too much risks trapping the country in endless repayments cycles. You know, it's like being in a financial treadmill, you know, running hard but not moving forward. Running hard but not moving what? Forward. The president's new strategy focuses on privatization and attracting investors. Recently, the government has pushed for plans to list state-owned companies like the Kenya Pipeline Company and to open up new infrastructure funds. You know, okay, the goal is to raise money without adding to debt. It is a smart move in theory. It's a very smart move in theory, but politically risky. Many Kenyans fear it could mean selling off national assets or handing public companies to foreign buyers. If it is done transparently, it could boost confidence and efficiency. But if handled poorly, it could spark public outrage and give opposition leaders a powerful weapon. Now, let's connect that to everyday reality. Economic reforms often take time to show results, but Kenyans live in the now. And when salaries remain the same while prices rise, patience runs thin. The recent push for tax reforms also made things worse. Many people saw it as a punishing citizens while protecting the rich. That is why Ruto's government faces growing public frustration even as it claims progress. You know, numbers may say growth, but real life indicators, the price of unga, fuel, and school fees paint a very different picture. You know, the bigger question is trust. The bigger question is trust. Can Ruto convince Kenyans to stay patient while he implements his economic turnaround plan? His credibility will depend not just on international praise or IMF reports, but on whether ordinary Kenyans begin to feel tangible relief. The success or failure of this strategy will define his political future. This will define his political future. And here is the takeaway. Kenya's economy may indeed be improving slowly on paper, but for most citizens, that progress hasn't reached the ground until job creation picks up, basic commodities become affordable, and the shilling gains stability. The talk of economic recovery will remain just that talk. So, is Kenya recovering or just surviving? That's the question. Is Kenya recovering or just surviving? The answer depends on which Kenya you live in.